I'll get that one going, and then we'll go live on Spreaker once it takes off. 'Cause it's delayed anyway. We will get ahead of it. Okay. We're just live. Scott, are we live? It says we're live on YouTube. So,
As we are.
so on that note, let's do the show. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for the community. Welcome, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, playing Biffle, your host Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, as always, Shad and Kathleen Biffle, the Wandering Buffaloes, are here. Cooley, Scott, Swiftwater, Toney, and the Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis. And what's going on, everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Here it is, guys. Talking about
What's happening? Now we are live on YouTube at the same time. Is this going to be practical? Is it going to work flawlessly? I don't know. You guys think?
We're going to
I
try.
don't know.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You normally do with your hands during the show.
No comment.
I was gonna say, maybe you really don't want to know that.
well, you know, with the COVID-19 stuff going on, we have to work from home, and we have our setup anyway. But from like this half on up,
Business.
and then there's pajamas for the rest.
Bums.
I was going to do that, and then I'm like, what if I got to stand up and walk up, and I'm in my pajamas?
You're gonna see them.
Oh, I got my feet, and they're hurting.
I'm just afraid I won't be able to fit into my clothes when I have to go back to work.
I got some new clothes. It's like, I am.
I need to start prospecting.
So basically, Tim, they can still listen to us on Spreaker, correct?
Hear that? Yeah. Yes, they can. They can listen on Spreaker, or they can watch and listen on YouTube. And on YouTube, there's going to be quite a bit more of a delay. So if we're doing a giveaway or something, you still make sure you're in the Go Prospector Space chat room. And I don't know, it's going to make it tough for giveaways. They'll just the week be quick.
Better be in the chat room.
Yeah, because it's like a 20-second delay on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Which chat room? Gold Prospect.
We had it down to like 10 seconds today, but I don't know what happened.
What, like now? You
But
count?
now it's 20 seconds.
Oh, I bet it's 20-second delay. Scott, 20, 25, 30,
Hang on.
There's 29 in the chat room.
29 people in the chat room?
Mhm.
Hey, 31 now, Kathleen.
31.
31.
31, they got their Scott's magic number if we do that huge, colossal giveaway.
Kathy said, which chat room are you guys watching? All
I
of them.
don't know.
Yeah, we're watching every chat room. Everyone.
So tonight's drink,
What is it, Shad?
Eagle Rare Kentucky Bourbon from Buffalo Trace Distillery.
Pour you a nice, hefty glass.
Oh, healthy.
Let's see it. Oh, geez, you did too.
That's
Oh,
quite
that's a-
healthy pour.
That's a 3-finger pour. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
That's like a 4-finger.
Oh, I don't drink that stuff.
I have my camouflage, so
What do you got in yours, Rich?
tea,
Tea?
ginseng iced tea.
Refreshing lemonade. And water. for me. Scott, I like your picture. How's Manny doing?
Everybody's asking which chat room are they supposed to watch. Well, the one in Gold Prospector Space, probably.
The normal one.
Yeah, the normal one makes right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we do a giveaway and you're in the YouTube, we're still going to post the name in the YouTube chat room too. If we,
Yeah, I guess either one. Just say you're here between the two.
yeah, we'll announce the winner and we'll announce the name in the chat room like we always do. So it'll go in the YouTube chat room and on the Prospector Space chat room. It's all right. It'll work.
Yeah, I just thought of something. This isn't going to be fun.
What?
Because Wednesday nights you're going to catch me sleeping.
Snore.
But that'll be priceless. You get that one time.
At bobbing.
That makes it all
I
right.
used to get tired Wednesday nights. I mean, usually around 10 o'clock or 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's like I always end up getting tired.
Good.
Um,
Well, not Wednesday night, every night around that time, actually.
Good. So we could maybe see you snoring.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for, actually. It was
I
like,
had to put a mouse trap underneath my.
That'll wake him up.
oh, because if you fall asleep, that would be priceless. You know? That would-
No, it wouldn't.
Especially the snoring.
Right, exactly. Well, the mega giveaway won't be this week. How many, Scott, in the Sunday chat room?
45.
45.
45. Yep.
45.
There's only 34 in there right now. So
Yeah.
Hey,
Man, remember-
Mike's a little hot, they're saying.
Remember, we used to have a goal of like 200, and we dropped it down to 150, and we used to reach that goal.
yeah. I remember. What are you saying, Shad? My mic?
Your mic's a bit hot. Yep. Too hot, they say.
Yeah, you are kind of loud there, Timmy.
He's spiked in and it's muffled because it's so
Yeah.
loud. He's blowing out the speakers in everybody's living room.
I don't know if it's that bad.
His pets' heads are falling off.
Usually I'm the one that's the big mouth.
It's kind of funny because we had it set up today where it sounded fine.
Yeah, let's try it now. Let's see. See what
That's
you.
good. You sound good.
I cranked her down about half this week. So
David said it was good there.
yeah, maybe it's all good now.
Yeah, sounds a lot better.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear Dennis now.
I was able to hear Dennis clear before.
Now I could never.
No?
Every time when he'd do his treasure, I couldn't hardly hear him.
Oh, you mean now. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I got you. I know what you're saying.
I'm getting a little dizzy though.
Why are you getting dizzy?
Well, I'm looking at the one chat in Gold Prospector Space, and I'm looking at the YouTube chat, and it's like sometimes it's the same exact thing going on between both. It's getting really confusing.
Why are you watching two of them?
Well, because I want to interact.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm only watching one.
Well, you know,
I
we're
got
in,
my
we're
you
both
know.
on Gold Prospector Space, obviously. It's what-
Okay.
but I have our YouTube open too on another window.
Okay.
The Wandering Buffaloes. That's our
Okay. It's just fun for me to watch that many. I figure I watch one, Rich watch one, Scott
Yeah, I'm watching Spreaker, so
maybe.
Oh, man, I forgot about Spreaker.
Oh yeah, Rich is.
regular chat.
Yeah, I got the regular one up in the YouTube and then us. I got three chats.
interfering with you. Not too much multitasking, Scott.
No.
Where is everybody tonight? We're in our living room.
I'm in my studio.
I'm setting outside.
Scott's at the camper.
Yes, that's at the camper with the giant Manny and a creepy doll in the background.
yeah.
There's another one.
Oh wow, cool! You got two. Well, you got three. Count Manny. So good. Rich, where are you at? Rich, where are you at?
Where am I at? In my computer room.
Okay. Dennis, where are you at? All right.
In the
In a
vehicle.
van down by the river.
Are you in the van? Are you
In a limo or the van?
right? Are you
In the van.
in the van? You're a van and man. Okay. All righty, I reckon.
I come in the van because American Idol's coming on, and she wanted to watch it, and I said, "Well, I'll just go sit in the van this time, because we're getting internet. The the router box is coming in Monday." So I told her, I said, next Sunday, I told her she's gonna have to go to the back room.
Yeah.
Gotta have my studio,
Where's your studio at? In the front room?
living room. I've got that's really cool because I've got one of those coffee tables that lay flat, and you can pick it up and it comes in toward you.
Right.
So I'll be able to sit on the couch and
That's what we got.
relax.
Nice. Makes sense.
It comes up to like TV tray level, and you can eat your dinner.
Yeah.
You never have to leave the couch.
Nope.
No.
You did, but
Don't need a reason to leave the couch.
Scott, was you doing your iRacing today?
No, I haven't been on since Friday, I think.
Oh,
But I did get my new computer's on the way. I can't wait for it to get here.
Cool. Now, see, Randy Lewis, he's listening and chatting on GPS, but he's watching the YouTube video
So
channel.
I wonder if it's like all off.
Well, I know the YouTube's about 22 seconds difference.
right.
time it, Scott.
Yeah,
You did.
yeah.
I didn't see it.
But the show's always got a delay too. So I wonder how much difference it is from the show.
Well, like I said, we had it down to 10 seconds today, so it wasn't that bad, but I don't know what happened.
There's 5 of us now.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah. Each one probably that we add might slow it down a little more.
Everybody's on YouTube.
Everybody's on YouTube.
oh, we're up to 37 now in the chat room.
Right?
38. I see now.
They're working, Scott. They want that mega giveaway.
Mega giveaway.
That
You
was
have the stuff handy where you can show people what it is.
No.
oh
It's a secret mega
Oh.
giveaway.
Yeah, it's all up at camp except for some of the stuff I got here at the house.
the camp with Manny. Manny's got
You know, I bet you if you announce you're going to give it away tonight, you'll reach that 45.
we're up to what 36.
We get up there, we will.
I don't know. They got to see. They got to get it up there. You
It's
know.
gonna be a mega giveaway. Like I said, Amber, I've had, Jimbo and Shannon and all the guys, they put in their big part of it, and then I've been steadily throwing extra stuff that I know goes like in with all the stuff. So
Right.
it's gonna be a pretty cool one.
That'll be cool if we get that number in the chat. Then you will give it away.
I got you. Somebody said I need to put on a hat because the glare's coming off my head.
Oh, hey, yeah. Where is your hat?
Probably in the house somewhere. I don't know. Both of them's actually up at camp. My cowboy hat's in there, but
Put it on. Chad's wearing a hat. I'm wearing a hat. Where's your?
it's like 80-something degrees out here, right?
Yeah, I should get my hat.
Yeah, Kathleen, where's your hat? Dennis has got a hat on. Rich,
Next time I'll wear
I just did a nice clean shave today. Got the old head nice and shined up and the side and everything.
you definitely got a shirt on top of your. Look where that light's hitting it. But it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that pointy head.
It is what it is. Like I said, the video's only from shoulder height up, so everybody needs to know what's happening below there.
All right, is that better?
Oh, now there's Scott. That's the Scott we know.
Yeah, that takes care of the shine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Half of your head keeps disappearing though when you move.
that's the problem with it.
Yeah, that makes half it disappear.
That's like when Tim turns his head, half a head is missing most of the time.
See, here's what sucks with Kathleen and I both in it. One of us disappear.
Yeah,
For some reason,
it's always
she does.
me.
I think it's funny
I'm
though.
a ghost.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, it's freaky.
That is weird.
It's clever. I like it. I think it's funny.
Geeky.
I think it's neat. Well, Scott's at the river now. Well, wait, he's in the woods or something.
Whew, that thing's getting hot.
Oh, come on.
It gets hot. It is not a summer hat, guys. It is not.
It said Scott's is worse than Rich's. What's that? Our boat heads?
Glare. Yeah. Hit that with powder real quick, Scott, before we went wrong. Clean off of that bad boy.
Turn my chair a little bit here, maybe. I don't know.
You should have had Lisa make up real quick. Makeup, and she can
Make up.
her that shine up. And then I need my lighting.
Well, I'm under the porch, but there's the sun still out. So.
Well, you're out.
Now you're in the desert, though.
You know, the clouds. The sun shouldn't be hitting your head.
Kind of looks like you're floating in the air.
Give us a different one, Scott.
See if I can find a good one here. I had the gold up there a little bit ago, like that.
No, that one's boring. Give us a different one.
And then,
I like the one with Manny best. I think that's the. It just looks like you're some kind of bass fishing announcer.
right.
Right.
And then there's the Old Faithful.
There you go. Perfect.
I
Then
can
everybody
turn this right there.
can be Manny. too. So it's only fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Manny in there. Shad,
Yes.
what's your opinion on that?
Trying to get close enough to where, I don't know, trying to get
I don't
close.
know. Scott's too erratic to, figure out what he's up to.
How? What? Are you? What do you want to be, Scott?
I got her
Well,
Yeah.
Scott, they're saying in the YouTube chat, you look shorter without your beard.
done.
My gosh.
Manny looks ginormous. You should switch to the other picture with you and Manny.
Oh yeah, go to the other picture real
Yeah,
quick.
do it.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
come on, just do it one time. Humor us.
I don't even have it on here
Around
anymore.
there.
Oh, come on, Scott.
Come
Oh,
on, dude, switch it just once.
Don't be shy.
Everybody else,
we have to keep it clean.
right? Just this will see what everybody else's opinion is of it. So just switch it.
Don't be chicken. There you go. Look who's in bed with Scott.
They look more normal size there, don't they, Shad?
They do.
The size of the pictures, I guess. I'll have to get some, like I said, I'm still setting up my room and everything for the backdrop, and then I'll have Manuel actually be here when I go up and get him from camp. Because I'm going to go up there probably, this Wednesday, I suppose, and probably be our last weekend staying up there. And then Monday I'll be packing everything up. And
Is it
Putting
starting
in
to get
storage.
hot?
Huh?
Is it starting to get hot in Arizona?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
How
Like-
warm is it?
Right now, I think it's about 80 degrees.
Why don't you close that window in the camper and turn the air conditioner on? You got that window wide open.
I wish it was.
You got the little doll hanging there.
That doll's really creepy, man.
I don't understand the doll.
If I was actually up at camp, I wouldn't even be able to do this. So that's
No, I got the heater blaring on me.
Wow, you're cold.
Yeah, I'm cold. It's
Yeah,
cold.
the window's open.
Do you really? It's probably warmer down there by you.
Maybe.
It was cool here today. It was sunny, but it was chilly.
It was cold.
And in this room, it's really cold. So I had to turn the heat on and chill down. It's actually getting warm now.
Chad made a brisket for dinner, and it was amazing.
The bread.
I'm so fortunate that I have a husband that can cook.
Wait, you said you made it, but you have a husband that can cook.
No, Chad made it.
Oh, okay. Shad made this brisket. Shad, tell us about your brisket.
Oh, everything was made from scratch, even the sauce that went on it.
Ew.
What's funny was I took part of a recipe from Australia.
What?
Kind of tweaked it to my own thing, but
So we ate Australian tonight.
yeah, we did. Laying down under.
So it was an Australian brisket.
What's that?
Your brisket, it was an Australian brisket.
It was an Australian brisket, yes.
And it was good.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. You know, it turned out well. Then I threw it on the grill to kind of caramelize the outside up.
Did you have from under cheese?
What's that?
What's that, Rich?
I said, did he have from under cheese?
Some under cheese.
Yeah, from down under.
No, that is not polite, Rich. This is a family-friendly show.
Hey, I said cheese, man.
Come on, we all know what you were talking about. This is family. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do anything.
Right. None of that bad stuff.
Oh my.
Shad made brisket.
I made summer sausage, venison summer sausage with cheese.
He did a pretty good job of it too. It looked really good.
He smoked some sausage. Very nice.
Sausage. But it had the high temperature cheddar cheese in it.
You had cheddar cheese?
Yep.
High temperature cheddar cheese.
Temperature.
Does it melt?
What is high temperature cheddar cheese?
You don't know what high temperature cheese is?
I don't.
No.
Okay. If you was to put regular cheese in your meat while you were smoking it, it would melt all over the place and you'd have one heck of a mess.
Right.
Use what is called high temp cheese. And the cheese doesn't actually melt. It'll get soft and it'll blend in with the meat.
Huh. So what do they put in it though to make it that type of cheese?
I'm not,
Formaldehyde.
I don't know, but it has to do with the temperature, you know, the melting point of the cheese, basically, is what it has to do with it. How did they get it to last that long? I don't know.
Right. That's the weird part. How do they make it makes high temperature to melt it? Asbestos.
It's
Maybe.
plastic.
Let me see if I can find something on it.
Yeah, look it up.
But yeah, it's not really too expensive, but
Where do you buy high temperature cheese?
I get it at the Amish store.
Oh, the Amish make high temperature cheese?
Okay, it just gets
It
better.
says high temperature cheese is a great item for sausage making. Add cheese to your sausage. It stays in chunks up to 400 degrees.
Wow.
At 10% cheese. So a pound of cheese per 10 pounds of meat.
Now,
1
how-
pound of cheese per 10 pounds of meat. So, and it'll last up to 6 months at 34 degrees and can be frozen.
So you can't make a grilled cheese sandwich out of high temperature cheese.
Yeah,
No,
No.
not-
unless you get it to 400 degrees.
your bread will go poof.
Bread would be black as coal.
Usually they're pre-cut into quarter inch cubes.
Already
So
cubed.
they get mixed in. You can put them in snack steaks and kibasi and summer sausage, and that's all what I use pretty much. And I do pepper jack also. You can get it in pepper jack or cheddar cheese.
That's the cheese right there, buddy. Pepper jack. Yeah.
We're not the only ones. People in the chat room are saying they never heard of high temperature cheese.
Really?
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Oh,
I just don't understand it. I mean, honestly, what chemical product do they put in though?
That's what I was wondering.
Be some kind of chemical.
Yeah, have to be. I don't know.
I don't
so
eat.
basically, I don't know.
I don't know.
So the question is what? How can high temperature cheese?
How is high temperature cheese made? What's in high temperature cheese? What's the ingredients in high temperature cheese?
Cheese whiz.
What is it, Kathleen?
Cheese whiz.
Oh, cheese whiz is awesome.
Oh, no.
On those
Oh, I love
chicken
cheese whiz.
biscuit crackers. Oh man.
With you, Shad. I love cheese whiz.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chicken biscuit crackers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crackers flavored like chicken?
You've never had those?
No.
They're amazing.
And
I
cheese.
was too poor to have those. We had saltine.
They're like $1 a box,
Yeah.
a giant box.
I am not a cheese whiz guy. I don't
You
like
don't
it.
like canned cheese either. What's
No.
wrong with you?
It just has a
Something unnatural about that.
bad aftertaste too.
You know what has a bad aftertaste though?
Gold prices.
Gold prices have dropped.
Oh.
Oh, don't be saying that.
Oh my gosh, this is shocking, right?
Oh,
The gold prices are down to down by $37 at 1,695.
Gosh.
that's
So yeah, that's
What is it?
1,695.
That's a drop, all right.
9.5.
Because of the stimulus
There you
checks.
go, Shad. I'll continue.
I had to put something on here during the gold prices.
Perfect.
Right?
No, I like that.
So, all right, now your silver is down 32 cents. That's at $15.30. So big drop on the silver there. Volatile as ever. Platinum also down another $13 at 792.
Okay.
Stuff's just going down. Palladium down $5 at 2,172.
And
Now rhodium. Everybody wants to know rhodium, right? Well, that stayed flat. It's at $9,400.
oh, so it went up some.
Oh, it went up.
Yeah, it went up like $1,000 at least
You-
since last week.
Yeah, it was only about 8,000 last time we did it.
Right.
So,
So,
That kind of stinks because man, I thought maybe gold was gonna get up to that 1780, 1760.
yeah,
but those are your precious metal prices, and you can see them at goldprospectorspace.com.
well, what about the awesome birthdays you have too?
Well, I'm hoping I can have Dennis Dayton give us a live rendition of the birthday song.
Without the live rendition of the dance, right?
You know that's gonna happen.
Well, I think he's good for the inaugural video Happy Birthday.
Yeah. So it's on you, Dennis. Take it
You
away.
guys ready?
Ready as
Yeah,
well.
we want to see it, big boy.
Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The image will burn.
Good job, Dennis.
I'm surprised you kept your shirt on,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, that's the toned down version. He just
It really was.
without a doubt.
Well, it is April the 19th, and here are your birthdays. We have Chip Hess, Dale Upday Grove, Dan Staples, I Pay Dirt 33, James W. Sink, Jimmy Knight, Joe Massing, John Winter, Larry Boozell, Michael Smith, Nugget, Brian, Prospect Pete, Ricky B. Floyd, and Thomas Smith. Tomorrow's birthdays, I can only see a few, but we have Brad Thomas, David, Floyd Dalton, Gary Lund, Jeff Slade, and John Fallon.
And Scott's birthday was
Yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Let's do Scott.
Yeah, let's do Scott.
So we want to check out a good old Scott Swiftwater.
Yeah.
Toney.
There probably
All
is nothing in
I'll
there.
click on one of his many profiles because guess what? Scott can't remember the email address he signs up, so he has like 20 of them. But as you know, Scott Swiftwater is lives currently in Phoenix, Arizona. So he's out there on West Coast Connection. Now, Scott, if you don't know, he is only 5'1". As you can see, I mean, now we're not lying about it, but he does every kind of prospecting. He belongs to AMRA and a GPAA. And Scott, you're a lifetime member of both, correct?
Yeah.
Look at that. But he found the site way back from the GPAA. So that was pretty cool. Now, Tim, what do you think when asked what kind of equipment does Scott use? What was his response?
Everything.
a pan.
All.
Pan and a grizzly rocket box.
Nothing.
I
Did
mean,
you say-
all because the man who gets Skorkel or wants to get a Skorkel A kind of prospecting tool at his disposal.
The squircle.
Now,
Yep.
Scott, he joined the site back on March 25th, 2012.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's been a member for a long time. And you've been now a co-host for what, 2-3 years? Going on 3 years?
You know what? I couldn't even tell you.
And to Vegas, when was we in
Almost
Vegas?
3 or 2.5. I don't know. But if we go back to April 2017, was that when we were all together?
I think in Vegas, yeah.
Well, Kathleen, myself, and Rich got drunk, sat out by the pool one day, and decided, you know what would be a really good idea is if we get somebody from the West Coast to be
Yeah.
on Gold Prospector Space. And we're like, dude, Scott Swiftwater Toney, he's got YouTube, great voice.
Yeah.
What could go
He
wrong?
does have a good radio voice.
He
though.
does.
Yeah, he does. When
So anybody that asks why Scott is on, well, there you have it. That is why.
It's
We
Yeah, it
love
was our idea.
yeah, thanks, guys.
But that was after the Vegas Gold Show though.
Yeah, I kid you not, we came up with the idea, no lying, at the
Yeah.
pool, drinking all day in the sun.
Wasn't the Gold Show? I think it was my birthday then too.
Yeah, April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, because then we went prospecting after this.
Yeah, I had the alcohol ready for them when they got there. So
I
they're
did.
in the room.
Here's your birthdays. Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy
No
birthday.
doubt.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So how young are you, Scott?
48.
How old?
48.
You 48?
48, still doing good.
Hey, don't worry, in a couple years, you'll be able to ride those rides.
Reach that height requirement. Scott, can you put a height stick up behind you?
I'd stick up.
5'7", you can believe it.
One of those things with the arms sticking out. You got to be this high to ride.
Right.
Oh, that would be a good picture. Put it like right below your head to where you're not tall enough. That would be the one. Scott, look at the camera.
Right.
There you are.
Right.
5'7". Anybody's ever met me or seen me on the videos, you know.
You know.
No, we don't, because you're all about camera angles, man.
What are you talking about?
You're like 6'4" or something, a giant of a man.
Like
Then I
big,
found out you set a camera on the rock and have it angled up, and you look like
That does not angle up.
Hey,
That's
we
on a
don't
4-foot
know
tripod.
big John. He was a man.
Hilarious.
All
It's
about
all about the angle.
angles. Telling you, I always thought Scott was big. You know,
Nope.
startled me when I first turned around and didn't see him.
You
I
guys
think the first time we met you in person was the Vegas show.
Yeah.
that is, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
I know the whole time I'm like, where's Scott? And I'm looking, and then all of a sudden he's right over here. And I was like, oh, hey, Scott. Nice to meet you.
I thought you'd be bigger than that. Isn't that what you told him?
Yeah, I did.
No.
I think that, I swear,
I
that was.
remember that. I think
I do remember that.
Oh, it was. And then I agreed. So,
Yeah.
I thought you.
I know, but it's not every day you meet a guy that's shorter than your wife, so you know.
now don't pick on
I'm
Scott.
joking. I'm joking.
How did you
I'll leave the birthday boy alone.
Scott?
Yeah.
Look at the camera. You know, it looks when you're looking down at your screen, it looks like you're asleep.
Well, I'm not asleep, that's for sure.
And when you look at the camera, I can see your eyes.
He needs to tape like a picture of
Down at your
his
screen, it's like you're sleeping. It looks like your eyes are closed.
Well, if my computer is a little higher, then I could do that way. But I don't. You know.
Hey,
my,
Bill.
my little tripod's about, I don't know, probably a foot high.
Well, let me see. Look at the camera again. There you go. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Right there. There you go.
Now, hey Tim.
Yeah.
Question in the YouTube chat room from Razor. So, how did this idea of YouTube Live come about? Tim, tell us the story and how hard it has been to set up.
Yeah, Tim, tell us the story.
Yeah.
Is I've wanted to do this since we started doing the radio show, but it was always either A, too expensive, and B, almost practically impossible unless you had a bucket load of money sitting next to you.
Yeah.
And now they've made it easier with all these webinar type platforms that you can use. So it was just a matter of getting a computer that could run it, and there we go. So we figured we'd give it a shot. We figured now's the time. Everybody being home, now's the time to go live and see what happens. So that's the story. I mean, you can ask the crew. They've been talking about.
We've tried several things.
We've tried. A couple years ago when Ron was with us. Remember, Kathleen?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I have so much stuff that like is saved to my phone and saved the thing with all these different apps and all this. And we tried them one time, then got rid of them. So
just like that.
And here's the other challenge. It's like obviously Tim wants to make sure we still have it on Spreaker and all the regular radio listening type platforms we're on, but also do video on other platforms. And given the cost of computers and all this stuff, it's not feasible to have a big fancy setup.
No.
But so this is day one, finally, of all of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, the premiere.
This is the
Cheers.
Cheers, Shad. Yeah, this is the
I'm out of water.
It's okay, man. I got more.
So hopefully you guys like it. I mean, it's for you guys. We wanted to give you guys a chance to see what goes on.
The more we do the show, I think the
more technical we get.
Will start coming out.
Right.
Where, I'll be, the hair up. Like you saw me earlier today.
Whatever. No, she'll never.
What?
You'll never.
They've seen me prospecting.
Yeah, I know, but you're not going to be Hillbilly Kathleen on the show on YouTube.
I don't see that happening either.
Trust me.
No, yeah.
I'll do it.
Because you don't know who's watching. It might not just be our prospecting friends, Kathleen, that are used to
people she works with.
Actually, people I work with.
What happened to Kathleen? So it's like, and this it'll get better.
I do have to share a story though, because some folks at work know that we do this in our spare time. It's different, with the people we work with. They have different interests. Anyway, we were playing this game on a meeting just to break the ice, and it was to guess. Everybody had to submit their favorite movie, and then everybody else had to guess whose favorite movie that was. And every single one of the teammates guessed that Indiana Jones was my favorite movie.
See, I would have guessed Tiger King.
I mean, this is like a movie, so.
Oh, not a documentary. Movie. Indiana Jones?
Not a documentary.
Indiana Jones is just a movie.
Indiana Jones?
Can you believe they're going to make another one, allegedly?
What, Indy?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
I think he's going to, no, Harrison Ford will be back again. It'll be his final one.
Didn't they do that skull thing?
That was horrible. They're not bringing that kid back or that guy back. That was horrible. I hated that one. I mean, obviously, Raiders of the Lost Ark's up here.
Right.
And then, Temple of Doom. That's cool. That was neat. It's cutting edge of the time.
I like the last.
The Last Crusade.
That was my
awesome.
favorite. That
awesome
was my
up here.
favorite.
Crystal Skull. That was horrible. And so
is that the one where it was supposed to be his son?
Yeah, and nobody liked him. And I was
I didn't like that movie either.
Which one was that?
That was a poor movie.
That was with the son from the chick from the first one.
Oh.
So this one coming out, he's probably in a nursing home.
That was a poor movie anyway.
Yeah, I'm curious. I love Indiana Jones though. That was my favorite growing up.
Yeah, I don't mind watching that, but I don't think I'm going with the Tiger King stuff. I watch Indiana Jones and Chuck Norris and all that stuff all day long. But
Did you watch the Tiger King?
Did you watch it, Rich? No.
No.
Scott.
No.
Hey, Scott.
No.
I seen a clip of it and I said, nah, not happening.
Scott. Hey, Scott. Put the Tiger King picture up in your background. That
Oh, that was funny.
Which one?
that one with him, with you holding the tiger.
All of them.
Do each one, yeah.
Why Gold put something in on the site there? That was pretty funny.
Which one you got? Post them as your background. I want to see them.
I gotta find him. Hang on.
We gotta see that. That might be
You
the
want the one with the tiger? Is that the one?
one with the tiger first. Let's see that.
I thought that was pretty good though.
It was hilarious. Then once we see it, we can.
I like the one Why Gold put on the site there.
Which one was that one, Rich?
It says Tiger Scott and his mega giveaway.
Yeah, I seen that one too.
And a picture of that. That's pretty funny. I like that one.
Oh, there it is.
Get it up there. See it, Scott.
It's me,
Hey, Scott, where were you originally born? Wasn't it Oklahoma?
Indiana.
Indiana.
You look like two peas in a pod. You and the Tiger
Right.
King.
All right, funny guys. Let's see here. Okay, there's that. And then here's this.
Gotta see it.
Got to download off the thing.
They're patiently waiting to see it.
It takes a minute. Okay, there it is. Right there. Now open it. Boom. There, see?
Just leave that picture.
Scott, so we can see it.
Just leave that picture up.
Look at that. It thinks Scott is really the Tiger King because he disappears.
Stay off camera and just talk. And we'll leave that picture.
It was done pretty good, I thought.
Awesome. I love that picture.
That's pretty
What's-
funny. I don't
what's-
care who you are.
You know what's really funny is somebody goes, "Well, you're wearing a wedding ring. What's the wedding ring for?" I'm like, "That's really not me." I mean, there's like 2 or 3 people thought it was a real picture.
They thought it was you?
Yeah. I was like, "You guys are crazy." Number one, I'm not hugging no tiger.
Yeah, it kind of looks like you are, dude.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think he's that muscular either.
It does look like Scott though.
It doesn't. It looks just like Scott. Let's see.
Like I said, he's got my face in it. That's for sure.
Oh, that's a good background,
Hey,
right?
Scott, move over to your right a little bit. Look.
Oh.
Oh, the Tiger King.
That's even funny because he
Head
took a
up
picture
like
for
this.
real.
All about the tiger.
Yeah, that's just funny.
Tiger.
All right, there's me.
I can't believe that. Dennis, have you watched Tiger King?
No, I want to watch it because I've been hearing a lot about it. So I definitely want to check it out.
You have to watch it. You know? I can steer you wrong. Have
I
we-
just I don't have Netflix. I might have to get it for just do that 30-day free trial and then click, just so I can watch that and then get rid of Netflix.
I don't have Netflix either, but
I got Voodoo.
You can do the free trial and then out and then get rid of it. Right. And then that way you can see.
Yeah,
Yeah, but just
I'm
remember,
wanting
it's
to
not
watch
easy
it.
to
I
read.
heard it's really good. It's really good.
These guys were messing with them. It's really good. You got to watch it. It's good.
not happening.
I think if you give it longer than a couple minutes, Rich, at least go half an hour.
I don't watch regular TV anymore, pretty much.
This
I
is
mean,
more like a
the only TV I watch
Yeah,
is
this
I
ain't
know.
regular TV, Rich. It's documentary.
documentary. It's a story that's true about some idiot. So
You
like,
got that right.
so it's like, hey, it's interesting stuff. It's real. It's like real TV when it's a documentary or thing.
Yeah, I only watch Japanese TV and I watch American Idol. That's it.
What's Japanese TV? What's that? Explain that to me.
It's a Japanese channel
Really?
that is on TV. Yeah. We get it from my wife.
Is it on your cable channel?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's on DirecTV.
oh, it's on direct TV on the satellite.
Do
Okay.
you speak it, Rich, or can you understand it?
I used to be able to, not much anymore. I mean, you can follow along, and plus it has the captions on there.
Can you speak?
I turn the captions on my TV, so
Can you speak any of it though, Rich?
I used to, not anymore.
Darn, that would have been cool to hear you.
I lost a lot of it. Yeah.
I can't. Kung Pao chicken, moo pork,
No.
moo gai pan.
No. How about yakitori and yakisoba and
What is that?
barabaru? That's some of the food over there.
Oh, that's some of the food.
Yeah. Yakitori is chicken on a stick.
Really?
Yeah, dipped in a sauce.
Chicken?
What are they called? What are
Tenders,
they,
sell them all the time.
they call it what, pot stickers or something like that here.
I've heard of those. Yeah.
It's like meat on a stick. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I think it's probably similar to that, Scott.
Meat on a stick?
That's what it is. It's just like
Yeah.
pork, and then it's done in some kind of sauce, and then they put a shish kebab skewer through it, and there you go.
Yep, pretty much.
Speaking of rare foods, I'm gonna be cooking a really good meal come Wednesday.
Meatloaf?
It's gonna be very, very good meal.
What is it?
It is morale mushrooms.
Oh,
Oh, did you find some already?
Oh yeah, we went. Took the wife and the grandson. We went out Friday, and we found some. There's who's been pooping in my yard. It's that little mutt chihuahua. Anyway, sitting in the van, I can see my yard, and I come out and I always step in a pile of crap, and I always wonder what the heck. And it's that little bitty dog. Anyway, we went out Friday, and we were finding some black and grays mushroom, sponge mushroom, and then we went out yesterday and we found some nice yellow sponge mushrooms.
Wow.
They are
I've seen a couple people was finding them, but I didn't know the yellows would be up already.
Oh yeah, and I've come to a conclusion. You know how they always say, we always got to have warm weather, got to have warm nights. Dude, we haven't hardly had any of that, and they're coming up. I mean, I don't think the weather has anything to do with it at all.
I think the consistency of moisture in the ground and all the dead wood.
Because the grass is growing and it's been cold,
Mm-hmm.
So I think the mushrooms, when it's their time to come up, they come up.
We tried to go out today, no luck.
No.
You can't even find one yet, have you?
Kathleen,
No,
Kathleen, did you guys go to that one place when me and Paula came down and we walked that woods there?
Yeah, we've been there a couple times.
There a couple times, and then we went to a different place. And nope.
Yeah, you ought to keep checking though. I mean, I would at least try to go every other day or every third day, because I tell you what, that spot where I was telling you guys, there should be some if they pop, especially being right there next to the lake.
Somebody posted a thing. I think it was Linda. She lives in Indiana. I can't pronounce her last name, but there
Linda
was
Guthrie.
about growing your own. There was like a kit.
Yeah, you can buy kit.
So evidently we're going to cheat and just grow our own and find them. Maybe.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. You can buy the kits and grow them. Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, they're advertising kits right now on Facebook for like $29.
Well, there you go. Just do that, and you'll have.
I mean, you have to mix in. You have to go get some rotted wood from there, and then if you guys have you guys ever have fires outside? Because you want to throw some ashes down and then some, get some rotted wood sprinkle around when you put that. That kid will tell you what you need to do.
Or straw, rotten straw.
It was here. It is. Linda Gagnon Guthrie. Grow your own mushroom.
Guthrie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know.
Yeah, I know Linda.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I think I'll try it out. It's only $25.
Do it.
And the good thing about it is, once you get them to pop up and grow, they'll come back next year.
Perfect.
And again.
And You could start a new thing in Arizona.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have that greenhouse.
Well, I just read an article about this guy in Phoenix, Arizona, who is known as the Mushroom King. He cashed in
Not
all
the
his
Tiger King?
retirement savings and started growing all sorts of different types of mushrooms in Phoenix, Arizona.
Really?
Indoors,
Yep.
but
Really?
yeah.
And David Villa says you just need a root cellar, which I want to have one. So I think we'll be good. I gotta have one anyway for all my herbs.
Right. Well, there you go. Well, that'll work. See what happens. You know, what's the worst that can happen? They don't grow. You know? Would.
$25.
Pretty much.
The entertainment itself will be worth it.
Yeah, it would. Just keep it moist and
Keep it going.
Between the herb garden and the koi pond and
Yep.
mushroom farm.
When I clean out the filters with the koi poo.
Dump that in there. Ooh.
Yeah, it's helped my magnolia tree. The winter we had the really, really cold snap where it was like the polar vortex. My tree died.
It didn't die.
Well, all the
It
leaves
went in
fell off.
shock.
It got burnt or something.
Right.
So then last summer I brought it back. Didn't really have that many buds, but then I kept giving it the koi fish essence or whatever. And now it's beautiful. It's
Well, see, I bet you that koi poop would be like an expensive fertilizer.
Well, it is
I think
actually.
we should bottle it up and sell it. That could be our side hustle.
Call it.
You know, put it in bags. And
Are you gonna follow the fish around all day?
be perfect, man. That'd be
No,
that.
when you clean out the filters,
Yeah.
the koi stuff gets sucked up in there, and then you can bottle it up and sell it.
It'd be perfect.
Essence of koi.
Coilizer.
how about we do some Cooley's Corner?
That's
Sounds
great
like a plan.
I guess.
commercial, and we'll come back with some Cooley's Corner. Okay, we'll be right back.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, hike on your public lands. You plan your trip, grab the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. The sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Public lands by people are being designated as off limits by every single day. Are you concerned about the direction out going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs at your lands? We are, and we are fighting AMRA, American Mining Association, the fastest growing mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Even access to mining claims, small tax-deductible donation to their miners' legal fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS. EPA and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own land. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is. As you see right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Fed up yet? Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our people fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Gold discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed. Visit DirtHogPayDirt.com today and buy yourself a pack of the pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. DirtHogPayDirt.com. Prospectors.com. The best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Buy program.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Join Rich Cooley as he talks about equipment, new products, and so much more for us prospectors and treasure hunters. Here's Rich.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Tonight we're going to be covering gold in Iowa. So we'll go ahead and start it off. Historically, gold has been reported along the Iowa River near Steamboat Rock and Eldora in Hardin County, along Otter Creek near West Union, Brush Creek and the Vagola River in Fayette and Clayton counties, along the Des Moines River near Paladous and Farmington, along the Big Siskiyou River and Klondike in Lynn County. Basically, in 1853, an Eldora innkeeper named John Ellsworth reported gold on his farm along the Iowa River. As the newest of discoveries spread, Iowa experienced its own gold rush. It is estimated that as many as 3,000 would-be miners descended on Eldora area in search of the instant wealth, of course, and they all left disappointed. In 1904, a report of the geology of Fayette County by the T.E. Savage, which is the Iowa Geological Survey, it stated that $1 and $1.50 worth of gold could be panned from Otter Creek by a patent washer in a day. In 1904, it says an ounce of gold was worth $20.67.
Yeah.
And then it also states today with the value of gold was about 300 per ounce. Well, I don't know when this article was, so whatever it was only 300 an ounce then.
That was back in the 80s. It was like that, wasn't it?
Really? I don't know. I don't have a clue. It says a similar day's work could produce gold worth about $25. So thought you might find it interesting as one that never hears much from about Iowa. This gold comes out of Minnesota and Canada and was deposited when Des Moines lobe was formed. Guess there was a dozen glaciers trucking through here periodically. Gold locations in Jasper County, Iowa, South Skunk River. You got some flakes of gold that has been panned from the channel. South of the Skunk River, southwest of Newton, and then Highway 14. Gold locations are very spotty, but this has been the most productive site we have found this year. Also, they have some gold locations in Mahaska County, Iowa, which is the Des Moines River. They have fine gold and some flakes has been found near the Pella Harvey Bridge that spans the Des Moines River, just north of Harvey. The river is rip rapid with old box cars on the north bank at the site. There's some fine gold found in sand layers in the riverbanks, especially on the south side and in the main channel. And you got to get to that, but you got to get the overburden. So it doesn't say how deep the overburden is.
Right.
There's some gold locations in Marshall County, Iowa. This flour gold has been found in the Iowa River, about 2.5 miles northwest of the Grand at the Three Bridges County Recreation Area. The site was once an old mill, and the Grand Rapids for operating the sluice. Gold was from the north side of the river, immediately west of the old 1880s bridge. It was located in the center of the park. Overburden was about 2.5 feet if you wish to dredge. From the history of Hardin County, in the spring of 1853, shortly after the organization of the county, that John Ellsworth imparted the information to a faithful few that he had discovered upon his farm, a short distance south of Eldora, Iowa. And the gold fever consequent upon the delivery of the precious metal in California was yet at its height. Prospecting was going on almost every state in the Union, and dreams of future riches derived from the working of a mine of the gold upon their place. They took possession of the mines, basically of thousands of them. The farm operations were neglected in many locations with a pick and shovel. The farmer went out to search for the gold that was sure to be hiding among the rocks. It was a short time that the gold had been discovered in Hardin County. The press of the country took it up, and the farther from the home the news reached, the more marvelous were the stories told. Instead of having an Eldora here in Hardin County, it was certain that it was El Dorado. It was in veritable El Dorado. So basically, and it states soon the prairie schooners, which I don't know what a schooner is. Maybe somebody can look that up, but
What was it called?
schooner, Schooner.
Ain't that something that rides on the water?
No.
Schooner or sooner, Scott?
Schooners.
A schooner.
Soon the prairie schooners wended their way hither. And during the summer, it was estimated that between 2,000 and 3,000 persons visited the supposed mines, coming here with hopes and leaving very much disappointed. Some would spend a few days in the neighborhood, while others would not remain only for an hour. Often it was started that in arriving within a few miles of the place, the men would stop and inquire the way and ask after the prospects of the mine. When told that there was probably no gold to be found, they would drive on, swearing that the people here did not want anyone to come, but desired to keep all the gold from themselves. On returning with blasted hopes that they never thought to stop and apologize for the rude conduct. Many were threats, many were mad against the life of John Ellsworth by the infuriated miners, and it was probable that if he could have been found in one or two occasions that he would have suffered at their hands. But the excitement soon died away. Ellsworth continued to provide the entertainment for a man or the beast, and affairs in Hardin County settled down, and it went back to normal condition. The matter was not allowed to rest here in 1857. You have O.M. Holcomb was the first publisher of the Hardin County Sentinel, and he spent the whole entire summer in prospecting up and down the river, and he reported that he had too found gold. His discoveries, however, caused no excitement. The people being determined to take the matters coolly and psychologically, and if the gold were very found in paying quantities, then there would be time enough to purchase a pick and shovel. Basically, 24 years, also a quarter of a century, had passed away, and the gold fever 1853 almost passed from the relocation of the oldest inhabitants. When on Thursday, April 5th, 1877, the memories were revived, and people became once more excited about 7 miles north of Eldora on the Ira River. It says basically a bed of black sand was noticed and sparkling among the emery like particles with glittering specks as of brass filings. Some old miners drawed the spot from instant, got the pans, and went to work eagerly in silence. Each of the pans of the black sand worked out of 50 cents of the bright metal which they produced, with most confident air, pure gold. The Eldora Ledger of April 6 says William A. Saucer of Eldora happened along the time, gathering up a lot of the point of his knife from the workshop of the Lulith. He wrapped it in a paper and brought it into the ledger's office for inspection. It is gold beyond a question. A portion was taken to the jeweler, Mr. Knuckrolls, who submitted it to every test and then declared it to be true grit, from whence these diminutive nuggets and fine particles of gold are washed. We are unable to state, but there was a magazine near from whence the gold dust drifted. And all out of this stuff talking the old kind of talk that you can't understand. You know?
Definitely old times chatter.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But hither.
That's a little bit of the stuff from Iowa Gold, which I didn't really think they had much there in Iowa, but
Iowa,
Oh,
right?
I
Now,
know there's some treasures in Iowa.
that there is some treasures in Iowa. Well,
oh yeah.
we find out if there's some treasures in Iowa, Ridge.
Let's hear some.
Find out. I think it's time for Lost Treasures with the Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton.
Head bobbing.
This week, Dennis is, where you at, Dennis? Iowa.
Iowa.
So stay tuned while Dennis guides you along on his virtual treasure hunt in Iowa. Take it away, Dennis.
Ah, the treasure hunt. One of the most popular plots in literature and everyone's favorite childhood party game. There's nothing quite like the thrill of a good quest. But most of us gave up our search for buried treasure and let the memories of beat up old maps with enigmatic instructions and giant red X marks fade into mere fantasy. The legends of pirates, chests, and gold doubloons became the stuff of story tales. But that doesn't mean hidden treasures don't actually exist. In fact, there are a few more than a few stories of long lost stashes right there in Iowa. And let me give you just a few of them.
All right.
We're going to go to Kelly's Bluff. I don't know if we need to schedule or not. But while some treasure troves are truly tall tales, Tom Kelly's buried treasure is not a mere myth. Several small pockets of gold and silver coins have been uncovered in the bluffs above Dubuque. Kelly gained his wealth as a miner during the 1800s, but buried his riches out of fear of robbery. And some people estimate there as much as 100,000 worth of gold and silver coins scattered across the hills above Dubuque. Kelly must have hid it well or forgot where he put it, as he clearly didn't dig it up during his lifetime. So you figure $100 worth of it back in the 1800s would be how much?
Huge.
Shad?
Dad?
That'd be hard crunching
All
numbers.
right. Well, did they say I'm worth 100,000 back then?
Yeah, gold and silver scattered across it. Yeah. Back
$3.3 million.
Good.
Woo! Yeah, baby. All right. In Fort Atkinson's Lost Payroll. Fort Atkinson State Preserve is a lovely place to visit for a step back in time. But the historic fort near Decorah may also mark the spot of a nearby treasure. As the story goes, an army paymaster burned roughly 7,000 of gold during an attack from a Native American tribe. However, he was killed in battle and the location of stash died with him. So can you imagine?
I sure could.
We have also, it's called the Red Brussels Catch. All right.
Right.
Red Brussels didn't flaunt his wealth, but he probably didn't earn it in a respectable manner. Although he lived in a log cabin on one of Trumbull Lake's small islands, a group of townspeople were able to track several stolen horses back to his home and performed a bit of vigilante justice by hanging him nearby. Unfortunately,
Say vigilante.
yes, vigilante. Unfortunately, for those robbed, Brussels hid his pilfered possessions well, and very little was uncovered at the time. Many believe his stash and cash and valuables in the area around his home, where it may remain to this day.
Yeah, how interesting.
Where did he live again exactly?
What was his address?
I can't give you the address, Bub. If I did, I'd have to shoot you.
Finger blade.
We have Chief Black Hawk's buried treasure.
What'd you say again?
It is. You're gonna make me turn back the page. All right, Scott.
I didn't hear what you said.
Chief Black Hawk's buried treasure.
Okay.
All right.
Black Hawks.
Well, let's see. Was it Soft leader Black Hawk is best known for his participation in the Black Hawk. My gosh, I can't pronounce that. Something war of 1832 in what is now Illinois. However, it is believed that before his death in 1838, Shad, Hawk buried as much as $50,000 worth of coins in the hills of Lee County near the small town of Denmark.
Beep, beep, beep.
What year was it?
1838.
I thought you said 1837. My bad. That's $1.38 million today.
Ooh, man.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, but who's going to report it?
Not me. In Miners Creek payroll, the Army paymaster's stash of Fort Atkinson isn't the only tale of the soldier hiding his wealth for safekeeping. A second, larger payroll trove was reportedly hidden along the banks of Miners Creek near Gutenberg. There's no knowing how much may be out there, but we fear this one may have been washed away by the river. We hope the soldier hid it far enough from the water. Okay. Then Gutenberg. We're going to go to Thomas Nelson's gold. Thomas Nelson was a wealthy soldier who came to work at Wheeler Ranch in Cerro Gordo County in 1884. It wasn't long before rumors of his stockpile spread, and Nelson feared his neighbors might attempt a robbery. The details of the story get a bit more specific, which may lend some credibility to their origin. Nelson reportedly dug a 3-foot deep hole and buried his gold along Winnebago River near Horseshoe Bend. Unfortunately for him, he forgot where exactly he put it and was never able to recover his wealth.
That Horseshoe Bend, man, it gets you every time.
Hi.
Well, look at that.
Hey,
Snake is talking for Scott.
Oh my God. And a merchant's gold at the Nishmabatna River.
No.
I'm not even going to repeat it. Well, unless it comes up in here, which I'm sure it probably will. Says when it comes to treasure trails, we definitely prefer stories that have specific names attached to them. But that doesn't mean the vague tales aren't true. Perhaps the owners of the loot simply hid it better than others. The stash of $75,000 of gold allegedly buried on the Nishnabatna River belonged to a wealthy merchant and is said to exist just a mile north of Shenandoah.
Nishna what? Nah? Say that one more time for me, Ben.
Yeah, the wealth, $75,000 gold, was beside that river, that Nishnabatna River.
Nishnabatna.
And it's said to be just about a mile north of Shenandoah. So that's at least a better clue. And it actually got a map. I've got a map on here.
Map?
Yes, sir.
Dang.
That story come with a map.
Wow.
Wow, X marks the spot, huh?
Well, you know,
but
no
I
one
can't.
ever look for
I
it.
can't show it again. I'd have to shoot you.
No.
You know,
Guess we'll have
like
to go
nobody
back
can
and
learn.
play and pause it.
Oh my gosh, the lumberman stash. You like this one, Chad? Here's one treasure that just may never turn up, both because it included less than durable stocks and bonds, and also because it's said to be located along the Mississippi River in what is now Riverfront Park in Clinton. A rich lumberman stuffed his wealth into a heavy iron cooking pot. So if the river didn't destroy the precious paperwork, we imagine it would have been uncovered during park construction. The stash did include a nice little pile of gold coins that may remain scattered throughout the area. So keep an eye out for shiny objects while you walk along the river.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last story I have for tonight is Bonnie and Clyde's booty.
Their booty.
Their booty.
Bonnie and Clyde's booty, baby. All right. We couldn't possibly leave the dynamic duo off this list. Bonnie and Clyde had a hideout in Dallas County during the 1930s, where they are presumed to have buried a hefty portion of their stolen goods. The camp is believed to have been a few miles north of Dexter in the forest overlooking the Raccoon River, but this gives an awfully vague and large area to search.
Gotcha.
Says, well, I got to get in the light now. Here we go. Bonnie and Clyde likely weren't the only ones to use this area as a safe haven. Other reports suggest that the infamous Burrow Gang also buried $65,000 of loot in Hanging Rock Park near Redford. It says, are you ready to bust out of your shovels and get to digging? Sure, it probably isn't a reliable source of income unless you are an actual pirate. Arr. But still fun to know that there is buried treasure out there just waiting to be discovered.
All right. Ned.
And that
Head bumping.
is Lost Treasures in Iowa. And I have no idea where we're going next Sunday because Rich didn't announce it in his segment. So I can't tell you where we're going next Sunday.
Did we do Minnesota yet?
No, we have not done Minnesota.
All right, and there we go.
There you
So
go.
next week, we will do Minnesota in Rich's segment and Lost Treasures in Minnesota.
Treasures in Minnesota next week, right here. Very cool, Dennis. Great job, man, guys. And don't worry, hopefully next week, Dennis is not in his van. He's
No, I'll be next week for sure. I'll be in there because that, like I said, that router is supposed to be here Monday.
be in front of the computer.
I'm anxious to hear from Shad.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh yeah, Laurie. Oh, thank you. I forgot.
Oh, weird laws for Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Breaker 1-9 there. Firecracker.
Well,
I was going to introduce him, but I figured Tim would have had an intro music for you by now, Shad.
I thought
You know,
too.
I just piggyback back off your outro music. All right. Well, did you know it's illegal for a mustached man to kiss a woman in public?
Wow.
we're all screwed.
Well, that's just baloney.
Well, you're all right, Chad.
Maybe like this.
He's got a beard.
You know, also it's illegal for a kiss to last longer than 5 minutes.
Imagine that, would you?
That's a long kiss.
That's a too long kiss.
Hey, I just wanted you to know, for all you drug dealers out there, I hope you know it's illegal to sell drugs without a drug tax stamp.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying, they got a law about it.
I guess if you're paying taxes, whatever, right?
Now, according to an Iowa law, right, a one-armed piano player must perform for free.
That is hilarious.
So
A one-armed piano player.
I don't think I'd be a piano player, a one-armed one at that in Iowa. You're not going to make any money. Now, all right. You see the people that, you know, have a handicap sticker, they get out, they're fine. You're like, what is going on, really?
Right.
Well, did you know it's a crime to use a dead person's handicap parking sign or license plate in Iowa?
But it's okay.
It's time for dead people to vote too, isn't it?
Just
That's-
it's okay to use one, or it's not.
no, you're not. It's illegal. It's illegal. But only if they're dead.
If they're dead, you can. It's banned.
If they're dead, you can't. If they're alive, go for it. Well, all right. For any of you ministers out there, you must obtain a permit to carry your liquor across state lines.
Huh.
So I think this is to all the priests out there running around with the blood of Christ. It's a little too potent to, you know, cross state lines with the permit first. Now, did you know in Cedar Rapids, you know, it's illegal to read a person's palm in city limits to get their fortune, you know,
It's
their
sorcery.
lines? Sorcery.
Witchcraft. Woo!
Now, in Otumwa, I don't know how to say it, a man may not wink at any woman he does not know. So if you see that strange girl across the street, you can't go, hey, how you doing? You know, it's not allowed. No winking.
Bueno.
Got to know them. So I could wink at Kathleen because I know her.
If you know her, it's allowed.
In Marshalltown, horses are forbidden to eat a fire hydrant.
Maybe fire hydrants were built out of something else back then.
Well, it sure worse still if they're eating them.
Yeah, right?
I don't understand that one.
Neither.
A fire hydrant.
They had what were fire hydrants made out of in those days?
I don't know. It's a good question. It's one of those life mysteries. But in Mount Vernon, one must obtain written permission from the city council before throwing bricks or stones into a highway. So stones.
Drones? I was gonna say, isn't that like a
What's a strone?
Sorry. Oh no. No throwing bricks or stones in a highway.
But you can throw bricks and stones on a highway if you have a permit, you're saying.
Well, get a permit. Anything's legal there, you know?
Can you imagine that? I got a permit to throw these rocks.
The Iowa legislature once passed a resolution ordering the state cafeteria to start serving cornbread.
Cornbread.
I don't know about you, but I love me some good cornbread.
I love
I
cornbread.
made it last week.
She did from scratch.
And it's
Yeah, I made it in a skillet.
That's right. It was delicious.
All the way.
had that with your brisket.
Oh, I know. We should have. Did you know all softball diamond lights must be turned off by 10:30 p.m.? I guess I understand
see
that. I don't
I
see
think-
that falls under a weird.
You know what? I think it's like 10 or 10:30 around most of the country for that.
I agree because that is kind of bright. No person may pick a flower from a city park.
No.
Okay.
Now, did you know the ice cream man and his truck are banned?
Where?
From everywhere, I guess. Now, I want you to know this. This kind of makes me good. We always hear practice makes perfect. You know, if you're in any type of military, fire, police type of job, they always talk about train, train, train. So it becomes second nature, right? And it makes sense, right? You want to know how to do your job without actually knowing how to do it. Right?
Bungling up.
Whatever, right? Now, the fire department, though, in Iowa is required to practice firefighting, right? For 15 minutes before attending a fire.
What?
So remember, okay, say Scott, right? You're in Iowa right now. You have a house fire. Rich, you're the fire department. You, Tim, and Dennis. You cannot just go there. You need to go, wait a minute. We know there's a fire. We need to then go to Kathleen and like practice fighting a fire for 15 minutes, not 10, but 15.
Well,
then you can proceed to, you know, Scott's fire.
the fire department has to have an easy job then, because after 15 minutes, there ain't nothing to put out.
Exactly. But any
You gotta get
hotel,
training first.
I don't know.
you know, you want to know how to do the job. I guess you need a refresher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
But any hotel in the city limits must have a water bucket and a hitching post in front of the building.
For their horse.
I guess, yeah, if you think about the time,
Yeah.
you know, period, it just never got removed.
Yeah.
Now this one's kind of interesting, right? It's the, well, wait, we already did that one. But liquor stores may not place advertisements for beer outside of the store.
I can see that.
You know, come to think about it, I've never seen a liquor store advertisement outside. It's always been in the window inside.
There you
I've
go.
really seen it.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's inside the window, is it still inside because you can see it outside?
It's still inside the facility.
I guess, yeah, if you define it that way, correct. Now, I don't know about you, Scott, but I kind of have this feeling this one applies right. All right. Dancing in the early morning is illegal, and this is in Des Moines. It's illegal to dance between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. It dates back to at least the 1940s.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, if you're getting jiggy with it, you need to wait. If it, you got to wait until 6:01, then you get some jiggy with it.
Probably
Uh,
gloves.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure that's not made for like can girls or AKA strippers?
Family show.
Probably.
Okay.
Well, you got to learn where the laws come from somewhere.
Now, I got a little more information on this. Actually, the correct terminology in Mount Vernon, it actually says firing missiles onto the highway is prohibited. When they spoke of missiles, they meant bricks or stones. But actually, the way it is written says missiles.
Okay.
Doesn't say Strones.
No, stones. That
Drones.
was a teleprompter mistake. Somebody
was
with their
it?
fat
Okay.
fingers put.
Are you calling me fat?
No, you didn't write this down.
Good answer, Shad. Good answer.
Answer.
Good
Oh, and I found a little more detail about the fire needing to practice putting out a fire before responding to the actual fire. That's in the town of Fort Madison. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah.
You didn't say
No.
it's Iowa.
It's just good to know which town this actually pertains to.
Just in case.
So in Bettendorf, Iowa, that's where you're not allowed to post a sign to say you're selling beer outside of your store.
Okay.
So that's only in that town, evidently.
Huh.
But I,
And this one goes into the entire state of Iowa, right? If you're a doctor, you have to, by law, report a case of herpes to the local health board. You can't keep it quiet. You gotta raise your hand, go to that local health board, and say, "Hey, they got some herpes here, dude." So,
Jesus God.
Did you say herpes?
herpes.
Herpes?
Now, also in the state of Iowa, there's a board that was established to regulate hearing aids.
It's a medical.
How do you regulate hearing aids?
Regulated hearing.
All right. Well, I'm glad you asked this. I can give you a lot more in-depth information on this regulation. This is item number 154A.2. A board for the licensing and regulation of hearing aid dealers is established. The board shall consist of 3 licensed hearing aid dealers and 2 members who are not licensed hearing aid dealers, who shall represent the general public. Members who shall be residents of the state of Iowa shall be appointed by the governor subject to confirmation by the Senate. A licensed member shall be actively employed as a hearing aid dealer and shall have been so engaged for 5 years preceding the appointment, the last 2 of which shall have been in Iowa. So there's some strict requirements there, and obviously something that really means a lot.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You have to get a confirmation, an appointment from the governor. I'm just saying, that's crazy.
Buddy, it doesn't sound right to me neither. But
No, but don't sound right.
But yeah, I gotta say, which one of all the Iowa laws do you think is just so far out there?
Eating a fire hydrant.
Yeah,
I want to know what the fire hydrants were made out of. Maybe they were made out of.
you
straw.
couldn't make it out of wood, could you? I mean,
No, what was a fire hydrant made out of in there?
Well, let me see. Let me see if I can find. All right, now there's nothing about it. It's
yeah, I don't know. I couldn't guess on what.
I thought there would be
built
a
out of.
little more information on this, but no.
This is very strange. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm like speechless. I don't know what the heck. I mean, all right, here's the thing, right? What year do you think this went into practice or law?
1890s.
1890s. Rich, what do you think? Are you sleeping or awake?
1860s.
1860s. Dennis, you look really creepy right now.
1876.
All right. And Scott, are you even there?
I'm thinking 1900.
Kathleen?
Oh, you're gonna ask me?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. 1920.
Wow, Kathleen actually is the closest, but still wrong. This was in 1937.
Oh.
Yeah. Fire hydrant.
I don't know.
The iron in 37.
But okay, this was a thing though. It was a wooden post that supported the water line.
I told you.
So you couldn't tie your horse up to it. So I don't know why it says eat.
It says
Because you could probably drink from it, maybe.
They eat. That's
How would they
drink.
call it a hydrant?
I don't know.
well, the hydrant. That was the first fire hydrant in them days. A hose tied to
A pole?
a hose tied to a post. That was a fire hydrant in them days. Hey, don't make this
I'm
stuff.
trying to look it up, and there's actually a lot of things written about how funny that is.
But it actually, the first incident was in the early 1900s of something going wrong in that town in Iowa
Huh.
with a horse and a fire hydrant wood pole attached to the water line.
Interesting.
I mean, heck, back then the horses. I guess back then the fire truck was horses, wasn't it?
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, man, I don't know why the horse would eat it.
I don't know. But those are your weird laws in the
I
state
wouldn't
of
wanna
Iowa.
meet a horse that can eat a
Mm.
Right. It's strange.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
I'm going to
It's
say
not a
that.
fake law, Jesse Mendez. This is real. Real. No fake news here.
Real news. I agree, Shad. It's
Real.
real. Straight off the internet, real. Right?
And Rich, you're making everybody yawn.
I know.
Pretty fake route, you know.
They're saying I'm falling asleep.
I keep hoping we do.
Do we not entertain you, Rich?
I don't
Do
know.
we not entertain you?
Did I say it ain't 9:30 yet?
No,
Yeah, we get
I don't know what they're
I
talking
don't
about.
know. Does anybody look at Dennis right now, right? It's like he's got a line on his face, but the rest of it's black. He
It's
just-
like a floating head.
put your head go down and up like that. Ooh.
The ghostly figure, Dennis Dayton.
When you turn to the side like that, that's cool.
Hey, look, it's a 2020 max headroom.
Now you should sing, Dennis, like that. Sing some weird song. I don't know what. There you go. It's like a floating head. But you will be on your computer next week, right, Dennis?
Yep.
Cool. Good. Then we'll be able to see your pretty white beard. Right.
So why Gold come up with a good thing? He says a segment talk about the major mine and mining town disasters. That could be a cool segment.
What the huh? You were breaking up there a little bit.
No, he said why Gold just mentioned in the chat room about the mining town disasters.
Town disasters. I'm sure Kathleen has covered a lot of them. Yeah.
I have.
Well, I guess
Actually.
what was the biggest disaster?
What was it? The Yellow Jacket mine? Was it the Yellow Jacket?
I don't know.
Well, we've had mining disasters in the last 10 years that are freaking off the hook.
Every week there's a disaster, and
Yeah, right.
Slides and whatever.
Coronavirus.
Seemed that way. Yeah, that's a disaster.
Jason or Jaron must have posted a picture. He said, "Scott, did you see the new picture?"
Yeah, I could just imagine.
Did he post?
Oh my lord!
Dude, you're a tiger.
Ooh, Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, you have the eye of a tiger.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Hey
Oh.
Scott, where are we at on people in the room? How many are we up to right now?
We're actually looking. I think last I seen was 39, but it says 38 now. So
I saw 41 earlier.
That didn't make 45 though. Dang.
Oh, it's 45.
45 on Sunday, 40 on Wednesday. If it was
Wow.
Wednesday, we would have made it.
Yeah, but here's my thing. How many of the people in YouTube world are also on Gold Prospector Space world?
Oh yeah.
now remember, folks, you guys out there even watching our YouTube right now, if you want to be eligible for the giveaways, you have to sign up to Gold Prospector Space and then be in the chat room on Gold Prospector Space because that's where we draw our numbers.
Does it show how many's on YouTube now?
It says 30.
Oh, okay.
We love to have you in the chat rooms on the YouTube, but we need you in the chat room and the other one to get that big mega giveaway.
Now, if people listen, they could subscribe to that YouTube channel and they could get notified when we go live. Is that how it works, Shad?
Yes. Well, you want to subscribe, and then
Chad.
ring that little bell. You got to ring that bell. If you don't ring that bell, you won't get notified. But you ring that bell, you'll be notified the next time we go live or something's posted on the YouTube.
Interesting. Hey, that'd be cool. All right. Do that. And then you'll know when we go live if you're not paying attention or you're not on GPS. But you go live. On Spreaker notifications.
But just remember out there that Gold Prospector Space is free. All you do is answer a couple questions and tell them you watch the show.
Free.
You just have to know what planet we live on, or else it won't happen.
Free.
Now-
Free.
I got a question.
Yes.
Now that we're doing the video, if somebody calls in to chat, are they going to be on video, or is it just lines?
Good question.
No.
On audio.
Just audio. So don't be afraid.
Like always. You know, when they
So it's still the same number to call in, right?
Yes.
nothing's they'll just call that call-in number and we'll forward a question like always, and you know, just like always, no different. You know,
So that number, it's what? 419-520-7574?
That's it.
Yep, that number.
Dynamo. You're a dynamo.
Oh, I'm
He's like Rain Man.
no, right?
just before I forget, I also want to mention West Coast Wednesdays. We're going to have a special guest come on. It's a friend of mine that I met this year. His name's Brian Wilder. He's American Prospectors. Shoot, he's on YouTube. I forgot what it was. American Gold Prospectors, and he's going to come on. And he's been. I got in contact with him the other day, and he's going to come back on. And there's a lot of stuff that he's going to be able to talk to us about because he's been from here to Arizona. He's already back home. I think he's been mining up there again. So I'm not gonna put out any of the little secrets we might talk about, but it'll be a pretty good show.
Cool. Nice. That's Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
that's good. That'll be West Coast Wednesday.
See, how come you ain't got the picture of that banner up, Scott?
Hang on a second. I can't do that actually.
Yes. That's what you did.
Don't forget about Tuesday Night Hangout also. Ed and Jesse. Dano.
Right.
Hey, American Gold Prospectors is on YouTube watching the show right now.
There you go.
Look
There
at
it
that.
is.
Said I'm on both.
Yeah, he's on both.
There it is.
No, Scott's got an empty chair.
American prospecting video.
Hey, and if you want to know what Shad and Kathleen have been drinking tonight, Eagle Rare Bourbon, you can watch our latest video on Wandering Buffaloes about our little tour.
Excursion to Buffalo Trace. It's kind of a different video, but when we like to travel and prospect, we also like to take little pit stops. So take a look.
Yeah, what she said.
Get out. I want to see a big tube silver button hanging up behind Shad and Kathleen. Sure.
Yeah.
What is that? So that's like an orb.
You need 100,000 views or subscribers to get that button.
Oh,
We're way off.
Take it out.
subscribers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're way off.
I want to see one up there floating behind Dennis's head too. I want to see 2 YouTube buttons, one for each of you guys. See, and don't forget Tuesday night hangouts, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with Ed, Jess, and Dano. Over there, Tuesday night hangouts right here on YouTube every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I don't know who their guest is this week. Who's our guest this week?
I didn't get a chance to see.
No, wait. American Gold Prospectors. Oh, okay. American Gold Prospectors going to be on. Else with Ed, Jess, and Dano.
Whoa, he's like Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh wow, he's a Tuesday and a Wednesdayer. He's doing their show Tuesday, our show Wednesday.
Ooh, boy.
American Prospector.
No, I didn't know he was going to be on Ed's show. He didn't say anything about it.
Well, you got the
Look at that. Then you got to hold back some, right? You can't spill it all on Tuesday. You got to hold something back.
I guess. Well, be sure to check them out Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on their YouTube channel. Dennis, float your head around some more for me. I like your head bobbing around. I know you're awake back there. You're being quiet. Too quiet.
I see Ed's on YouTube saying, no. I don't know what that's meaning. What's that's about a bit.
What?
He is your guest, not ours.
Not even guest in the chat room. All right, well, scratch that.
Wait. Fake news. Scott did fake news.
Way to go, Scott.
Scratch that misinformation. My bad. You know, I got it straight from the internet. My fault.
Must be true. It's on the internet.
Right. So that's why I said it.
You can't lie on the internet.
That's why I said it.
Hey, Dennis, you need to at least take your shirt off or something right now.
Oh, come on, really?
No. You're good.
Well, he's got a black T-shirt. That's why it looks
Oh,
like
that's
his head.
why his head's floating in midair.
Yeah. It's,
I'm wearing a black shirt, but I am wearing my crony club shirt.
I am
Cronies.
too.
yeah. Mr. Shad, I forgot. This is video. I'm not used to doing video.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Not comfy. Didn't think about that. So, all right. So apparently it's open mic night on Tuesday night. So,
Okay.
so that fixed that little technical issue.
Now I want to know though, why is everybody so against Dennis taking his shirt off?
No, get off, Dennis.
There's a lot of no's out there.
I think then all that white skin will go. You won't see his head.
Well, I can't take my shirt off, so.
Well, I just want to see something great, Dennis. Next birthday call.
Oh yeah, next birthday song, Timey. All right, we'll make sure and check that box. Not appropriate for children,
You do a hula dance.
right, Shad?
That's right.
Way. Oh no. I hope everybody had fun tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was a good experiment. I think it worked out pretty good, but we don't know for sure. But I think so.
I like it.
It seems like it's working fine. So.
Watch out, Hollywood.
Weird, but you know.
I don't know. I'm just ready for this COVID-19 business to be done,
Me too.
so we can get back to normal stuff.
Yeah. Normal-ish.
All right, I guess we got old Brian. He's watching us on YouTube right now. So
What's I wonder what the new normal's going to be, Shad.
Oh my.
I think it's gonna revert back to how it used to be, where stores weren't open all night, things close on Sunday because they need to clean and practice safety.
You think that might happen?
I don't know, went out of the way. That's what
everybody's talking about, oh, there's going to be a new normal. It's going to go back to people's going to go, you know what? Just get out of my way and let me do my thing again.
I kept getting the stink eye at the grocery store because I would just walk and keep on going, and and then people stop in the middle of the thing and they expect you to wait. And
Yeah.
so, come on.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Get out of my
Take
way.
that 6 feet of distance.
So I got the stink eye.
Show us what the stink eye looks like.
It's like the scrunchy face.
Did anybody go in the stores yet to where they have arrows and you got to follow the arrows?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Some of the stores like in some spots they had arrows like one-way aisles or stuff really separated so you can't cross. Right?
So if you miss the eggs, you got to go the whole way through the store to get back.
Pretty much, yeah. And then in other stores like Myers for food and groceries, like down their grocery aisles, they would have pallets of stuff scattered in the middle to force you to be on the right or the
I
left.
was wondering. I was like, wow, this is a messy store.
And
I didn't know. It was
Yeah.
one.
I wouldn't follow arrows or nothing. I'm going in, getting my stuff and getting out. You don't want my business. That's all.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird.
It is weird.
And we got the Rogue Scott.
Now, did you see the one article? This guy, I think was, what did I say? He bought over $10,000 worth of toilet paper and hand sanitizer, right? He has now tried to go back to the stores where he purchased said items.
Nope, they won't take them back.
And they're denying them. I think that's funny.
Yeah, I think it's
Does
hilarious.
that mean?
No,
I don't think it's mean. I think he's a jerk.
he was an idiot and he deserves to get stuck with all that
I
toilet.
mean, yeah, I guess he doesn't have to buy any for the next 5-10 years, but
Well, you know what I think? I see you bought it, you eat it.
exactly.
Flavored Charmin because you're going to be eating it.
Oh, I kid you not. It's still a crapshoot to go in these stores and
It
find either
is.
paper towels or toilet paper.
Now you can get ammo.
Yeah, ammo's hard. You got to pretty much buy online right now and just catch it when stuff comes on.
Yeah.
Stock. And I mean, yeah, it's crazy. And it's like I see other people out going like, whether they're adventure to go out in the nature and stuff. I see prospectors and people are attacking them for going out and like enjoying and finding.
There's nobody in the creek.
Oh, it's
But there's no
crazy.
people
There's
around.
nobody around.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are because they post it on social media, right?
Well, we went out this weekend, but we weren't prospecting. We were just taking a walk,
Like nobody was even around.
and there was nobody.
But it's like you question: is it okay to post, or are people going to freak out?
Probably.
Right? Because you post something, and so many people are freaking out. Like, how can you? What are you doing? You're going to kill people.
I'm like, it's easy. There was nobody there.
Exactly. And so I wonder, like, how many people are actually being forced now to stay in like metal detectors, right? A lot of people that are diehard metal detectors in certain locations obviously go to beaches I know White Gold, he finds a lot of stuff. That's, how he gets some money too, is finding the things he finds out there in the beach, and parks are off limits. I mean, they got like police tape around all the parks, so you can't go metal detect in certain areas. I mean, it's serious, but it's also,
bogus.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy.
it's crossing the line at times, I guess. I mean, be respectful of other people if they're around you and keep some distance. But I don't know, like us, granted, the weather here has been a little crappy with a lot of rain and it's been cold. So it's not, unless you want to freeze and go out and find gold, that's an option.
Right.
A lot of people are staying in because it is erratic weather right now in April in the Midwest. But how many people are, choosing not to go out because they're afraid of
All right, babe.
stuff? I don't know.
Okay.
It's not okay,
It's okay.
man. It's crazy.
It's just it's anarchy is what it is.
I mean, Dennis, if you didn't have the pit to go to, where would you go or feel comfortable going,
Right. Not the,
I'd probably go to Ohio.
Good luck.
I'm surprised Dennis ain't been getting no slack for like posting that pictures and stuff. Have you been, Dennis? From anybody?
Yeah, I posted a video. We went to the pit. I've got Blue River, just like I said to you, Shad, Kathleen, you seen it. Blue River Dam is just right here at I literally throw a rock and hit the river.
Right.
Golden It. Then I've got the campground where I'm a member of that campsite where I call my honey hole / glory hole.
Glory hole.
I've got places to go. I mean, it's.
I'm just saying nobody's giving you no static on your Facebook or nothing.
No, not at all.
They closed all the campgrounds around here. Like, how we live on that state park. You can only the RV place if that's your permanent home are you allowed to stay there.
Really?
So it's thinned out quite a bit.
Crazy. Now, speaking of coronaviruses and stuff like that, now over on GPS, our good buddy Darth posted a GoFundMe, and I took him permission to post it because what he's been doing, they've been making these, they've been 3D printing these face shields. You know what I'm talking about? You guys don't know what they are? Okay.
Like masks?
Yeah, the face shield.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Are they plastic?
yes. The face shield thing.
For the doctors and the nurses.
Right. For healthcare workers.
Okay.
I'll share the forum.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is the link to the actual forum for Darth that talks about what Tim is talking about. I also posted the link in the YouTube chat too.
Oh, okay.
So you can copy and paste it into your browser and check it out.
Check that out, and if you can help us in any way, do that. And, it's going for a good cause. And like I said, Darth contacted me and asked me if we could do it, because it's not gold prospecting. I said,
Hey, Shad, if you just type on the link that you put up, it'll go right to it.
Yeah, that's why I pasted that link there.
Well, you said copy and paste it. You don't have to. All you gotta do is just type on it.
Well, in YouTube, it doesn't let you click on links in the chat. You have to copy and paste. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Mr. IT Scott.
But yeah. No, that's awesome. That's cool. I've seen a lot of news stories where people that have the 3D printers are doing things.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
They them pretty much from the time he gets up to the time he goes to bed. That printer's making them things. And it's not cheap either for them to make them with that. So check out the GoFundMe. Give if you can, what you can. It's to help make those. So great job, Darth. And
Buddy.
you can do pretty cool. So man, what do you think?
I don't know, man. It's like in this day and age, it's crazy. Like it's so hard to have plans.
Plans for what? There's nothing.
My daughter who's supposed to graduate high school.
Yeah, it's sad.
We're supposed to then plan a trip that we've already paid things for to go to Alaska. I mean, other people have planned to do trips, major prospecting, mining trips.
I'm nervous.
It's like, what do you do? When do you do it? When do you change your plans? It's like right now, it's like holding pattern for everybody. You
It
know?
just feels like the winter that would never end.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Right. That's what it's like, Kathleen. It's crazy. So,
I think my Yukon trip got shot down, but I'm not for sure yet.
like,
That's in Canada.
The way I think of is obviously don't stop living because of it. Don't stop making plans and
Make
hoping
the
to do
best of
stuff.
what you have.
You know, it's like for now, every option's on the table until things get closer. Because honestly, who the heck knows what's going on?
I think in a couple weeks things will start going back. That's my prediction. So
we see, right? Let's
little by little.
I don't know how many pregnancies have there been or divorces are going to be. Is my question.
be a lot.
Will
Yeah.
there be a rise in either or?
They're not even making a count of that stuff right now.
Yeah, it's coming. You watch.
Yeah, going to do May, June, July.
It's our next baby boom.
December to January, we should see a rise in birthdays. Well, if they join up as Gold Prospect Space Profiles.
Possibly.
It's getting too late for Shad.
Oh, wait, wrong keyboard. Hold on. Okay, got it. All right. Well, I guess we go ahead and wrap it up, I reckon. You know, it was fun. Very first groundbreaking live stream on video, and
Yeah, it's awesome.
fun.
It was fun to do.
Yeah.
Good trial.
we'll learn as we go. So,
And good night, gold diggers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Gold Diggers.
Good night.
Oh, sorry, Scott.
Good night, everyone.
Remember what I say. Get out there and start living life before the life in there start
We
living.
will see you Wednesday.
Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right here.
Good night, gold diggers.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
We're clear on the Spreaker, and now we'll say goodbye to everybody on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. We're here. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Ciao.